right, so the next speaker that we've got, Pete Schwarze. He's an entrepreneur, candidate for Eastern Vice Chair. He's an elected libertarian, and unlike a lot of our elected libertarians, he actually defeated an incumbent. And he's also the chair of the Berks County Libertarian Party. So give it up for Pete Schwarze.
How is everybody tonight? Are you sparked? I just wanted to come up and introduce myself a little bit because not too many people know who I am. As Mike mentioned, I got elected 2 years ago to auditor. I was supposed to be elected as something known as the Moulton Maneuver because I was supposed to be unopposed. Surprise! Election day, you have an opponent. This opponent was a Democrat who had held the office for 30 years. I'm like, okay, maybe I could just run away and hide. But I figure, I put too much effort into this. I got 80 signatures on my petition. Then I found out I had the wrong size paper. So I wasn't going to go back to all those people and say, would you sign my petition again? No, I went and got 80 more signatures on my petition. At the end of the day, I got 299 votes, and the incumbent got 99 votes. So I managed to defeat a Democrat who had held the job for 30 years with 75% of the vote. Now, I believe in giving negative credit where credit is due. It was a two-person race, and there was no Republican to get in the way. But had there been one, I don't know if I would have gotten 299, but it worked out pretty neat. As a matter of fact, I got to tell you something. It's a pretty cool feeling when somebody comes up to you at 7:30 at night, and they're your opponent, and they're shaking hands with you, and she says to me, I want to congratulate you on a good win. And I said to her, are you sure? Because it's 7:30, the polls don't close for another half hour. And she said, I've been in this business a long time. I know when I've been beaten and when I've been beaten good. She said, you're going to remember this night for a long time. And that was a pretty cool feeling, to actually have somebody say that to the libertarian running for the office. Especially when I kept hearing all day long from Democratic poll workers, libertarians, what do you guys know? You haven't gotten elected to anything. If we don't have taxes, who will build the roads? She actually said that. I always thought that was just a Facebook joke. It's real. They actually say that stuff. My evolution into this started a long time ago because back in the early 1980s, I started reading a column by an economist named Walter Williams. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Walter Williams. One of the saddest things was when he passed away the end of last year because I kept wanting real bad for him to be a candidate for president or something because that man knew economics. As a matter of fact, I had the opportunity to listen to him speak. One of the greatest evenings I ever had were listening to Walter Williams speak. Basically, my background when it comes to this party has been a long evolution in coming. Over 30 years, I've been a registered libertarian. As a matter of fact, if any of you are daring to admit you're as old as I am, the first libertarian candidate for president I ever actually heard of and heard was a fellow named Ed Clark in 1980. And that guy knew how to run for president. Basically, I'm going to wrap things up. I do have a question for you all because I'm running for Eastern Vice Chair. and you heard my background about getting elected. And I want to ask any of you, if you ever had a chance to fight in a boxing ring, if you were going to get into a boxing ring or a cage for a fight, and you're going to go up against a seasoned pro who's got everything, managers, trainers, coaches, he's got everything, and you're going to get into the ring with this person, who do you want as your coach? You got 3 coaches running for Eastern Vice Chair. Who do you want as your coach? Someone who has never been in a ring, let alone won, or someone like myself who not only has been in that ring, but has won. Think about that. And one last plug, this is not the only election we have tomorrow. Tuesday, we get to tell the bald-headed bird brain in Harrisburg that he overstepped his bounds. Please take advantage of it. Libertarians can vote in this primary. And let's do so. Thank you much. A friend of mine once said, attitudes are contagious. Tomorrow, let's show them that ours is worth catching. Thank you.
All right, I want to remind everybody that there are a couple of bars out there to the right. Make sure you get some drinks and tip them. And I also, before I bring my next speaker up, I really want to give a thank you to our team. None of this would be possible. It's not at all me. I'm probably a minority in this. It's the hard work of our team here in Pennsylvania, just like there are teams everywhere in the country. So please give it up for Calvin Mingione, I always pronounce his name wrong, Rob Coburn, Mark Jurchak, Mark Bizzacco, and Matt Wallace. These guys have been doing Zoom meetings. These guys have been doing Zoom meetings every single day for 3 weeks plus, bringing new members in, asking them what brought them to the Mises Caucus, what brought them to the Libertarian Party, what motivates them, and integrating them and shooting them back out to fight the state with us.